Hello. Welcome to my channel. Learn English with Jennifer.
Once upon a time, my mom kept calling me over and over again, asking when I'd be home. She called me 4 times. I was on a train ride at 6 o'clock in the evening, heading back to my hometown. My office gave me a break, so I was excited to see my mom after a long time. The train was supposed to reach the station at 9 o'clock. At that time, I finally got off the train and went straight home. When I opened the door, my lovely mom was there with tears in her eyes, happy to see me. We hugged, and I was tired after the journey, so I asked her for a glass of water. But she surprised me by not moving. Instead, she sat down and smiled strangely. Then a young lady, about 22 years old, entered the room, bringing me the glass of water. She seemed nervous and shy. I took the glass, said thank you, and my mom's eyes lit up when she saw her. My mom said, "This is Cindy, our new house helper." I welcomed her with a smile, saying, "Okay, welcome, Cindy." She replied, "Thank you, sir." My mom interrupted, saying, "Don't call him sir. He has a nice name, Peter. Just call him Peter." I'd be happy with that. I added, "Yes, please call me Peter." We had dinner at the dining table, and Cindy went to the kitchen to do some work. My mom whispered to me that Cindy would be staying with us because she had lost her parents a week ago and had nowhere to go. They had been renting a house, and I was already looking for a maid. I praised my mom for her kindness, but I expressed some worries about having a stranger living with us. My mom assured me that she knew Cindy's family well, and our conversation ended. I went to bed. The next morning, I got dressed and went to the breakfast table. Cindy and my mom had prepared my favorite breakfast. My mom invited Cindy to join us, and she sat down beside me, looking shy. That's when I noticed that Cindy had the same blue eyes as I did. I felt a connection with her. I thought about taking Cindy shopping for new clothes, but my mom was too tired, so she asked me to go with her. I agreed, but I wondered why my mom wanted me to spend time with Cindy. At the market, Cindy picked out some clothes, and I helped her choose. I noticed we had a lot in common. Later, we went to a coffee shop and talked about our lives. I felt really happy talking to her. When we got back home around 6 p.m., I thought my mom would be mad at us for being out for so long, but she was happy and even suggested that I take Cindy to the park the next day. Before dinner, I decided to talk to my mom about her strange behavior. I asked her why she wanted me to spend time with Cindy. She said she cared about Cindy and didn't want her to feel like just a maid. She wanted her to be a part of our family. I didn't understand her intentions, but we left it at that. In the days that followed, I grew closer to Cindy and realized I was in love with her. I decided to propose to her the next night. I went out to buy a ring and prepared a special setup in the backyard, but I hadn't told my mom yet. That night, I took Cindy to the backyard, where I proposed to her, and she said yes. My mom saw the ring, and Cindy standing in front of me, and she freaked out, asking what we were doing. I explained that I was going to marry Cindy, as I believed that was what my mom wanted. My mom didn't react the way I expected. She shouted and fainted. We called a doctor who explained that she had a panic attack. When she woke up, I asked her why she reacted that way, and she told me she didn't want me to marry Cindy. The next day, she invited some guests to our house, a young woman named Alex and an older lady. She told me that Alex was her friend's daughter and that she had chosen her as my future wife. I couldn't accept this and asked them to leave. My mom got very angry at me for disrespecting the guests and told me that I couldn't marry Cindy. I argued with her, saying I loved Cindy, but she refused. She closed her eyes, and I left the room. Months passed, and my mom's health deteriorated. She arranged for Cindy to marry someone else, and I tried to stop it. Cindy, seeing my mom's condition, agreed to the marriage and left our house. My mom cried every day, and she kept getting weaker. One day, some people came to our house and told me my mom had passed away. I rushed to her room and felt like I had lost everything. A day after my mom's death, I found a letter she left. I read it and learned the truth. She had kept a secret to protect our family. She explained that she didn't want me to marry Cindy because Cindy was my real sister. I had been adopted from a poor family, and Cindy's parents had passed away, so my mom had brought her into our family. It was a difficult situation, and I was left with mixed emotions, not knowing who was to blame.